Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. It's New Comic Book Day, and in my hands is Knock 'em Dead number 3 from AfterShock Comics. Really interesting series. This is one that it's kind of growing on me. It's written by Eliot, Rahal. Mattia Monaco is the artist. Milla is the colorist. Taylor Esposito is the letter. So this series is about this guy, Pryor Brice, who is a comedian, gets in a car accident. He's a horrible comedian. Gets in a car accident, and then the driver of the car, who's also a comedian, winds up dying, and then his spirit takes over Pryor's body. Kind of the best way of describing it. And Pryor winds up getting good at being a comedian. So this is the issue. He's kind of figured out, like, you know, he's the spiritual possession isn't going well, and he kind of needs to get that solved. So it's like some interesting, there's much more Exorcist in this comic. Very Poltergeist, Exorcist vibe out of it, which is totally cool. Like, yeah, eventually it's going to happen. But there's a lot of interesting twists and turns. It goes in a direction, it first goes in a direction I'm expecting, and then it twists things into a direction I'm not expecting, which I think is really, really cool. You know, overall, this gets into the more of like the horror aspect of it, but it's almost like a comedic horror after a while. Once it gets towards the bottom of the end of the story, like it's there's some humor to it, which is fine and interesting. Like it's about a comedian, you'd hope there'd be laughs, but it's one of those, like, it starts off, I'm like, oh, there's kind of like some drama. It really does feel more like an Exorcist Poltergeist serious story, and then it gets to the end, and I'm just like, well, that was kind of funny. There's something about it. It's good. Like, it's really, really good. And as I said, like, this is a series that kind of, like, it's been a little hit and miss for me. I generally have liked it. It hasn't blown me away. But I appreciate what it's doing and where it's going. And I think this issue, like, really kind of shows off. There is a dry humor about the entire series, and I appreciate it. The other things I really like about it is that it doesn't tell you the jokes. You know, there's kind of hints as to what Pryor is saying, and it lets you, the reader, fill in the jokes, which I think is really smart, in that there's no way it could tell a joke that everyone's going to think is funny. So if, you know, it tells a joke that, you know, is supposed to be killing the audience, and the reader sits there and goes, that's not really that funny, it kind of kills the moment. So by having the readers fill in the jokes themselves, or just, you know, skip it or whatever, like, it gets past that issue for the concept of the series, which it's smart. Like, it's really, really smart. So overall, like, I'm happy with the comic. I think it's going in the right direction. It's really intriguing as to where it's going to go, and, you know, there's just it's a dry humor to it. It's like, I'm really appreciating it the more I'm reading it, and I think I'm kind of getting it the more I'm reading it. The art's good. Like, it's really interesting style. I don't quite know how to describe it. But it's a good, it fits the vibe of the comic and the concept of the comic. Like, it's not, there's just kind of like this unease about it, and like this slight darkness to it, which is like what it should be, right? Like, it's about demons and possession and all that stuff. So the art really works. Like, the style fits the comic, and the coloring fits the comic. I like it. The series is growing more to me. I feel like this is one, by the time it's completed, I'm going to really appreciate it way more as a whole than, like, the individual issues. So I'm excited to see where it goes for the next couple of issues. Out in comic shops now, you can go get it. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code to all the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have an affiliate link. The affiliate links, you know, we do get a small percentage, but, you know, you also support shops as well through that. But go support your local comic shop. Speaking of sport, I want to thank AfterShock for putting us up with a review copy. We appreciate it, and thank you for watching. Now, if you're into AfterShock, if you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy. Keep it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. AfterShock.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.